Balvinder BENIWAL from India in the red corner. Gets his headgear fixed, as does his opponent, Munkh-Erdene URANCHIMEG from Mongolia in the blue corner. And the judges, Aradovsky, Karaman, Brahm, Zubid, and Lane. Ishanguli Merenvazov from Turkmenistan is the referee. Balvi from India in the red corner. Munkh from Mongolia in the blue corner. Balvi comes forward with a right hand. Balvi boxing in the southpaw stance. So is Munkh. And both, you see as the weights go up, both of these boxers, the speed and the power are also going up. Usually don't see the speed improve as the weight classes go up. However, there's a nice right hand by Munkh. Scores to the face of Balvi, and Munkh looking like a rabid animal in there. He's got a lot of energy and a lot of spunk, and he's throwing downstairs, he's throwing upstairs. Balvi looking a little slow here in the start. Perhaps Munkh is overwhelming him with his energy level. And there's a big right hand by Munkh, scores to the face, and you hear it from the crowd. Munkh from one of the neighboring Asian countries of Mongolia here. And perhaps the home crowd is appreciating the local enough compared to India, that is. Both of these boxers have traveled across national lines to get here, though. You can see the height of Balvinder is 1.73 meters. And he looks like he's probably giving up even a centimeter or two to the game Munkh. Pretty close, though, both in size, in height, and in build. And now they're continuing to trade, and right hand by Munkh scores to the jaw. It seems like Munkh is just doing a better job getting off first. He's throwing that right hand jab out there, and he's landing it with authority. There's a nice right hand that seemed to have scored there by Munkh. And a little cute uppercut by Balvi, which falls short. Munkh continues to press the action here in round number one. This is the men's light welterweight semifinal bout, the second one. The winner will go on to face the winner of the last bout, Park Sang-Huk. So it's been somewhat of a roller coaster ride here in round one, as the action is ebbing and flowing. Referee going to issue a caution, but for the most part, the referee doing a good job of letting these boxers box through the first round. A little bit of a chess match here in round number one, as the boxers are trying to feel each other out. And there's a nice right hand by Munkh. Ooh, and a big right hand, a hook, if you will, by Munkh. A right hook scores to the left temple of BENIWAL. And that's it. After one round, when you get a look at the score here, you hear the reaction from the people here at the venue, and it's 7-4, Munkh over Balvi. After one round, you see the scores there, 8-2, 7-4, 13-2, 9-4, 7-5, all in favor of Munkh. There's a straight right hand. You look at the replay from the action of last round, and you could see a big right hand of Munkh. He's just staying in the mug of Balvi. He's not letting him breathe, and he's really letting him have it. And there it is again, just punch after punch. All right hands landing, straight shots. You know, one of the great things about good fundamentals in boxing is that it's a science. There's no secrets. When you see a straight punch thrown at the same time as any other type of punch thrown, the straight punch, 9 out of 10 times, is going to land first. And as a result, when it lands, the other opponent's punch is going to get off track, trajectory is going to be sent awry, and it's probably never going to find its target. So there you see it after one round, 7-4, Munkh. And now the boxers throw jabs, and now Balvi gets his own in there, and you hear that one from the crowd. And we're really starting to mix things up here as Munkh is doing a good job circling. He's circling his opponent, which is something I really want to see. He does a good job turning his opponent, and as a result, his opponent is constantly having to turn around to face him, which of course keeps him off balance and makes it harder for him to land his own square punches. As you see there, Munkh, the right hand right down the pipe, scores to the face of Balvi. So a minute into this second round of the second semifinal qualifier in the men's light welterweight division at the 2011 Asian Boxing Federation Championships here in Incheon, Korea. Right hand being popped out by Munkh. Now we see Balvi perhaps starting to get a little bit on the aggression here, and you see a right hand to the body by Munkh. The referee is going to issue a caution. Perhaps he felt it landed a little low. Munkh looking for that opportunity again. He really would be well served to create his own opportunities. He doesn't need to wait for a counterpunch. There you go, a nice sneaky right hand by Munkh, scores the head, but it seems like if Munkh would just continue to throw that jab of his own, he'd be able to find an opportunity for landing that big left hand. He's not as helpless as he perhaps makes himself out to be in there. He just needs to let his hands go. There's a nice right hand by Munkh. And now Balvi continuing to move forward. Left hand to the head, right hand by Balvi, and there's another right hand. So Balvi's not really throwing many combinations. He's looking for those one or two punches that he could sneak in there and grab a point here and there, but not well advised to do that, particularly since he came into the second round down a couple of points. He doesn't want a pot shot. He really needs to start building up a commanding presence. He needs to come back if he hasn't yet, and needs to start to take a commanding lead. He doesn't want to leave this in the judge's hands, and he's going to do just that if he continues to play on the defensive role here. And it seems that Munkh, to his credit, knows he's up on points. If he stays active like that and just stays out of harm's way, he could probably skate to a victory. However, not a good rule to follow in general. It can work to a boxer's advantage on a case-by-case basis, as Mongolian boxer knows he's up here just about the end of round 2. Let's see if he's done enough to hold on to his victory that he took in the first round, which was 7-4. And there it is, 8-5 in round 2, bringing his grand total 15-9. Munkh-Erdene URANCHIMEG from Mongolia over Balvinder BENIWAL from India. So after 2 rounds, and the Mongolian boxer is well in the lead here. There you could see some action from round number 2. Nice right hand. Crafty is the Mongolian boxer. I mean, he's doing a decent job turning those punches over, using the old corkscrew technique, which is a good way to really, well, for one thing, it could have a tendency to cut open its opponent. You know, the way you twist the glove, the leather twisting, if landing that way upon impact to the opponent's face, could have a tendency, it has in the past, to cut open the skin. Although I don't know that he's thrown enough of those types of punches, nor have they landed with enough authority. But be that as it may, Munkh going into this round with a healthy lead, and BENIWAL is going to need to press the action here. There's another nice quick combination by the Mongolian boxer. You hear that from the crowd. And just the faster boxer, the sharper, more precise puncher is Munkh. And BENIWAL, to his credit, has not backed down, not even for a moment. He continues to press the action, but he's just not throwing enough punches. He's not getting his hands off, and as a result, he's down on the scorecards a big time. Right hand by the Mongolian snaps the head back of his opponent. Nice right hand by BENIWAL. Just kisses the face with his fist. He does, of his opponent, and somehow Munkh snuck in a quick shot that is going to give him, or give his opponent rather, a standing 8. It's going to certainly give him another point. Not that he needed anymore. He'll take him, as the referee is going to separate the action. We're almost at the halfway point of this second and last men's light welterweight bout in the semifinals here of the 2011 Asian Confederation Championships. The referee is going to separate the action here as the boxers re-engage. Straight left hand by Benny. There's a quick right by Benny. May have fallen just short of its mark, and there's a right hook on the break which falls short. The Mongolian boxer is continuing to dance around on his toes. Look at the difference in the footwork. The Mongolian light on his feet, Muhammad Ali, and now you get perhaps the Indian boxer just heard or something, but he started to get a little bounce in his step as well, something he sorely lacked through rounds 1 and 2. There's a stiff right hand followed by a left of the Mongolian boxer. Referee going to issue a caution once again to keep his head up. Snapping right hand by the Mongolian boxer. Even though he seems to be, for the most part, stepping backwards, he's the more stylistic of the two. He's using that to his advantage, letting his opponent come in and picking him off at will, throwing punches when he sees the opening and then staying out of harm's way when he doesn't. Munkh-Erdene from Mongolia. BENIWAL from India. And we're in the final seconds of this third round. And there's a quick right hand by Munkh, which scores. And that's it, folks. Round number 3 in the books. And the 64-kilogram weight class now also in the books. It was written. It will now be said who will come away with the victory. More likely than not, as we saw going into the third round, Munkh-Erdene URANCHIMEG from Mongolia probably did enough here to get the victory and to go on to face the winner of the first semifinal bout, Sang-Hyuk Park from Korea, in tomorrow's finals.